Hello everyone. We were discussing a very important topic of grammar, that is tenses, and we have already discussed present tense and past indefinite and past continuous tense. So today we are going to discuss our next topic, that is past perfect tense. So as you all know, in all the perfect tenses we use third form of the verb. Okay, and as it is past perfect tense, we use helping verb had. In case present perfect tense, we were using helping verb has and have. But in past perfect tense, we use helping verb had plus third form of the verb plus object, then full stop. In case if your sentence is negative, then we use not before the main verb. And if there is a question asked in your sentence and it is interrogative type, then helping verb will take the initial position, that is had comes in the initial position, then subject. After that we use third form of the verb, then object, and in the last we put a question mark. Okay, so these are the structures for past perfect tense. Now we are going to discuss what are the conditions or what are the uses of past perfect tense. So the first one is to denote an action which had been completed before another action had begun. The same condition we have already discussed in past indefinite tense. What we have discussed, if two actions happened in past, one after the another, so we use past indefinite tense in the subsequent action, and which action had completed previous. In previous action we use past perfect tense. Similarly, for example, he went for a walk after the rain had stopped. So the rain had stopped, this action has completed first, and after that we went for a walk. So in subsequent action we use second form of the verb, that is past indefinite tense, and in previous action we used past perfect tense, that is had plus third form of the verb. Okay, so the next condition in which we use past perfect tense is to express an unfulfilled condition in past. For example, पास्ट में कोई भी अनफुलफिल्ड, कोई भी मीन्स कोई कंडीशनल सेंटेंस इज देयर एंड द कंडीशन इज अनफुलफिल्ड, देन to express that unfulfilled condition we use past perfect tense. For example, if he had worked hard, he would have passed. Now as we know that he had not worked hard, so he had been failed. Now the result is out and he is not passed because the condition was not fulfilled. What was the condition that was not fulfilled? Working hard was the condition. That was not unfulfilled. We can say that was unfulfilled. That is why we use past perfect tense, that is had plus third form of the verb in this unfulfilled condition. And after that we use would plus have plus third form of the verb. In conditional sentences we also read that if there is past perfect tense in subordinate clause, then we use had plus have plus third form of the verb in main clause. Okay, now the next condition is, again there are some keywords which we have already read in various types of tenses. In this particular tense also there are some words. If you see these words in any sentence, then you use past perfect tense. For example, if you see already, before, till in any sentence, then use past perfect tense, that is had plus third form of the verb should be used. Next condition is when from a point of time in past we look backward at an event that happened earlier in past. For example, next condition में क्या बताया है कि पास्ट के किसी भी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम में अगर हम वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट अर्लियर इवेंट, the events happened earlier from that particular point of time, then we use had plus third form of the verb. For example, in past, we are talking about in past 8 p.m. all the members had arrived. So this event, all the members had arrived, it is the event before 8 p.m. Okay, so to express this event we use past perfect tense. Okay, so this is the structure and conditions in which we use past perfect tense. Our next tense is past perfect continuous tense. So its structure is quite similar to present perfect continuous tense. The only difference is that we use helping verb had instead of has and have. Okay, so the structure will be subject plus had plus been plus first form of the verb plus ing, then object, then since and for, then time. We use since for a point of time and for a period of time. That is, if the indefinite time period is given, then we use for, and if a definite time is given, then we use since. In case if your sentence is interrogative, then helping verb, first of all we use helping verb, then subject, then being, then first form of the verb plus ing, then object, then since or for, then time given, and in the last we put an interrogative mark. So what is the condition in which we use past perfect continuous tense? As the name suggests, here whatever the action described had been started in past, and it was continued for some time in past and for some time in past. For example, in these sentences where some actions had been continued for some time in past, यानी कि पास्ट में ही जो एक्शन बिगिन हुए और पास्ट में ही कुछ टाइम के लिए वो कंटिन्यू रहे, उन एक्शंस को शो करने के लिए हम यूज करते हैं पास्ट परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस टेंस. ही हैड बीन रीडिंग नॉवेल सिंस मॉर्निंग, यानी कि ये जो एक्शन ऑफ रीडिंग नॉवेल ये कुछ टाइम मतलब पास्ट में शुरू हुआ था एंड इट हैड बीन कंटिन्यूड फॉर सम टाइम. द टाइम गिवन वॉज सिंस मॉर्निंग. ओके, so this is your past tense, all about your past tense. Next, proceeding further, our next tense is future tense. So in future, simple future tense, what will be the structure? One thing you should always keep in mind, that we use first form of the verb in simple future tense. As we all know that in present indefinite tense and simple present tense, or we can say future indefinite tense, we use first form of the verb, and the helping verb will be will and shall. We use shall with the first person, that is with, if your subject is I or we use helping verb shall, and if your subject is second person or third person, we use will. But this rule, as I told you, that with first person we use shall and with second and third person we will use will. This rule interchanges in some conditions. There are some circumstances, there are some situations in which we use will with the first person and shall with the second and third person. So what are those conditions in which this rule interchanges? First one is, if there is a sentence in which we are talking about some strong determination or promise, or we give threat to someone, or we are commanding, or we are suggesting something, in these type of sentences we use shall with second and third person and will with first person. Otherwise, in general sense, we use shall with the first person. Okay, for example, take one example like you के साथ हम क्या यूज करते हैं? जनरली हम will का यूज करेंगे. बट इफ योर सेंटेंस इज लाइक यू बी punished, here we are giving threat to someone, so we use you shall be punished. क्योंकि ये एक सिंपल सेंटेंस नहीं है, वी आर गिविंग थ्रेट टू समवन, दैट्स वाई वी यूज शैल विद द सेकेंड पर्सन. ओके, so what will be the structure of negative sentence? Not will come before the first form of the verb, and in case of interrogative sentences we use will and shall in the initial position, then subject, then first form of the verb, then object, and in the last we use sign of interrogation. For example, what are the uses of simple future tense? First one is to describe simple future events. जो simple future की जो events है उनको हम simple future यानी कि for example he will help you. Second जो इसका use है, what is the second use? To denote the principal clause of a conditional sentence when subordinate clause in present indefinite. We have already discussed this condition while we are discussing present indefinite tense. If there is a conditional sentence and in that particular conditional sentence the subordinate clause, the dependent clause is in present indefinite tense, then we use future indefinite tense in the main clause, or we can say independent clause. For example, if he works hard, this is the subordinate clause and we use present indefinite tense in this first form plus SEIS. That's why we use future indefinite tense in the main clause, that is he will pass. Okay, so these are the uses and structure of simple present tense. Next, our next tense is future continuous tense. So what is the structure of future continuous tense? As we have earlier discussed, if there is continuous tense then there must be first form of the verb and ing. So the structure will be subject plus will shall, और विल शैल के साथ क्योंकि ये एज अ मॉडल भी यूज करते हैं, ऑलवेज वी यूज फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब एज इट इज. सो फॉर यूजिंग ing with the first form of the verb we put be in between will shall and first form of the verb. So the structure will be subject plus will shall plus be plus first form of the verb ing, then object, then full stop. In case of interrogative sentences, helping verb will take the initial position, then subject, then be, then first form of the verb ing, object, then sign of interrogation. What are the conditions in which we use future continuous tense? For the actions which will be continued in future for some time, यानी कि उन एक्शंस को एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए जो फ्यूचर में कुछ टाइम के लिए कंटिन्यू होंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, शी विल बी प्लेइंग क्रिकेट टुमारो मॉर्निंग, यानी कि टुमारो मॉर्निंग में वो क्रिकेट खेल रही होगी. ठीक है, फ्यूचर में जो कंटिन्यूड एक्शन है, जो कंटिन्यू है एक्शन, उनको शो करने के लिए हम फ्यूचर कॉन्टिन्यूअस टेंस का यूज करते हैं. नेक्स्ट टेंस इज फ्यूचर परफेक्ट टेंस. सो दिस as you are seeing, it is perfect tense, so we will use third form of the verb. So what will be the structure? Its structure will be subject plus will shall for the future tense, and helping verb have for the perfect tense. One thing you should always keep in mind that we use have with all the subject. Has is not used in future perfect tense. We use have with all the subjects. So the structure will be subject plus will shall plus have plus third form of the verb, then object, then full stop. Okay, and what are the conditions in which we use future perfect tense? It is used for the actions which will have completed up to certain time in future. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मतलब फ्यूचर के किसी टाइम तक जो एक्शन कंप्लीट हो चुके होंगे, हम अज्यूम कर रहे हैं कि इस टाइम तक ये जो एक्शन है ये कंप्लीट हो चुका होगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, देर आर सम कीवर्ड्स ऑल्सो. इफ यू फाइंड दीज कीवर्ड्स इन एनी सेंटेंस, देन वी यूज फ्यूचर परफेक्ट टेंस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, बाय ट्यूजडे, बाय मॉर्निंग, एटसेट्रा. वन एग्जाम्पल इज देयर, यू विल हैव read the book by Monday. You will have read the book by Monday. यानी कि मंडे तक तुम ये बुक पढ़ चुके होगे. Okay, so we have used future perfect tense, that is will plus have, then थर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब. रीड, रेड, रेड, ये थर्ड फॉर्म है रीड की. Our last tense is future perfect continuous. As the name suggests, its structure should be subject plus will shall for the future tense, have for the perfect tense, and been plus for continuous it will be first form of the verb, then ing plus object, then since or for, then time given, and full stop. What is the use of future perfect continuous? It is used for the actions which will have been going on at or before some point of time in future. Means future में किसी point of time पे या फिर उससे पहले जो भी actions continue थे उनको express करने के लिए हम use करते हैं future perfect continuous tense. For example, there are some keywords also. By next month he will have been studying in this school for 3 years. यानी कि नेक्स्ट मंथ तक उसको इस स्कूल में पढ़ते 3 साल हो जाएंगे. यानी कि फॉर द 3 years he has been studying in this school. 3 साल से तो पिछले 3 साल से तो वो पढ़ रहा है. और जो ये साल कंप्लीट होगा, नेक्स्ट मंथ आएगा, नेक्स्ट मंथ तक, तब तक भी वो पढ़ रहा होगा. तब तक वो मतलब पढ़ रहा होगा. सो दिस इज योर टॉपिक टेंसेस. आई होप you understand the topic. If you have any confusion beta, then please ask. Okay, have a nice day.